Good evening. It's the 13th of January 2026. The year has not gone very well for me so far. I've been very poorly. Um, Found out today that I've got bacterial infection in both eyes, which is making my vision blurred, which means I can't check whether this is blurred or not. I think it's okay. Well, blurred's the wrong word. It's giving me cloudy vision. So to me, it feels like my glasses need a good clean, but they don't because I checked. On top of that, got a bit of a dodgy throat going on. Either little side there, got cold sores. Got pain in the neck. Don't know what that is. Could just be part of the ME. I don't know. But that's travelled into my right arm, down into my hand. It's eased off a little bit. I've got some pain pads on and taking a lot of medication, so that's helping a little bit. My taste is almost completely gone now. I can't smell much, can't taste much. So, on the whole, bit of a mess. We do love to sing the praises of the NHS in the UK. Most countries aren't so fortunate as to have a free health service. However, health service isn't as good. Certainly it's not as good as it used to be. In many ways, there's been all sorts of advances, huge leap forwards. It's amazing they can cure things now they couldn't cure, and it's all free, of course. With a few provisos, not everything's free anymore. Successive governments have added costs. But it's nigh on impossible to get a doctor's appointment to look at one condition at a time. So if, like me, probably you, probably somebody you know has got ME, you can't just look at one condition. You've got to look holistically at everything. Because is this linked to ME? Is it an infection somewhere, problem with the blood? You only know by doing the checks. Because the trouble with those of us that have ME is that we are very used to just saying, oh, that's the ME. Apologies for the breaks in the video. I've got two lodgers and it's been quiet all day. Of course, as soon as I try to record the video, up and down the stairs, creaking floorboards, it's always the way. I mean, they're entitled to live, they pay their rent. But as I was saying, as ME sufferers, we do tend to blame everything on ME. And let's face it, we just as well, because that's the first instinct of any doctor. However, sometimes it isn't. And I've now been waiting 2 weeks for a doctor's appointment. Last I heard, it's another 4 weeks. If I've actually got a problem that could be causing some damage, trapped nerve or something like that, it'll be too late by the time I see somebody. And sadly, that's where we are with the NHS. If you've got an emergency situation, have an accident on the road, at work or at home, you'll be seen certainly within a few hours and you'll be prioritised for your need. But long-term medical condition, chances of getting appointments are very slim. So basically I have to live with it. And we've had, I correct that, no we. Past couple of weeks I've been on my own, so I've needed to get a friend in to help me because I really have been laid up. Not been able to do much at all. With not being able to taste anything, my will to eat anything has just gone. It's just like my thought is, why should I make an effort to prepare something I'm not going to taste? Obviously, I'm aware of the fact I need to eat, and I am still eating, just I'm not eating much. So I'm obviously losing weight as well, which I've got weight to lose, so that's not a terrible thing, but there might come a point where I don't have weight to lose. One of the things I want to discuss with the doctor is what sort of sensible supplements can I have, because ongoing, you know, I used to enjoy a decent steak at £7 a throw, which I'm guessing is probably $10–11 in US. What's the point in spending that if I can't tell the difference between that and a beef burger? And if I can't taste a beef burger, what's the point in having a beef burger? So, and that's where it ends to be. So I find I eat a lot of breakfast cereal because it's cheap. And fruit. I eat some fruit as well. I can still taste some desserts. Some. Lemon. I'm okay with lemon at the moment. But even a lot of drinks now I can't really taste properly. So, not very pleasant. I did do, I don't know, plans for 2026. I'm not sure if I can do them now. If I can't improve on where I am now, I can't see myself being able to travel far. Yep, my plans for this year involved Japan, China and Hong Kong. Doing them all in one trip. And why not, you know, hey. But it's... Of course, the other problem with not being able to taste, and I think I mentioned this before, is you can't cook either. Because how can I cook, you know, from scratch, not spaghetti bolognese out of a jar? But how can I cook if I can't taste it? How do I know it tastes any good? So I can't serve it up to somebody else. In fact, all too often I've tried and I'm told it tastes horrible, which encourages me all the more not to bother. Which means I'm spending more and more money paying for other people to have food that I can't prepare. Which means some of the money that I had to go to Asia later on in the year is dwindling away. It's okay, I've still got plans of things to do. I'm never stagnant on what I've got to do. And I've got little things that I have achieved in the past couple of weeks with a huge amount of help. But, you know, as I said, we do like talking about the NHS and how amazing it is, but the reality is, for long-standing conditions, neurological conditions, invisible illnesses, the NHS is fairly dire. There are no effective services in the entire country for ME. There used to be some out-of-date ones that went by the old philosophy of having cognitive behavioural therapy and exercise, but that's all been debunked now. We have an organisation, an official government organisation, that tells the medical professionals how they're meant to treat people with ME, what sort of priorities we need. But I've not found any that take a blind bit of notice it. In fact, if anything, they do the complete opposite. So it gets fairly unpleasant, and I find the worse I get with anything, the more unpleasant my whole experience is, because I haven't got the fight to try and get people to do things. But that said, here I am talking to you, and I feel like I'm doing something, even if it's just you guys learning something, realizing you're not on your own, then I'm doing something, aren't I? At the moment, I've got 12 subscribers. This is very much a fledgling channel. It's very difficult to build it up, but I feel too bad to keep producing the videos that you deserve. But bear with me, I've got hopes that I can build it up. Hopes for the future of things that I can do. So watch this space. I would love to get some feedback. Any questions, if you've got questions on the condition, how I cope with it, how it affects relationships, that'll be absolutely marvellous, because that'll give me some content where I can actually address those issues and how they affect me and my experiences. So I'm going to leave it there, because this is a really cheeky-cheapo video where I'm effectively holding the camera, and I now need 2 arms to hold the camera. You'll probably even notice it's shaking quite a bit. So I'm really pushing my luck, and any second now I'm going to drop this camera. So I'll say bye for now, and hopefully the next video won't be quite so long.